Have you ever heard of that streamer who suddenly vanished while live on air? It sounds like the beginning of a horror movie, right? But this is a real story, the perplexing case of Kenny Veach. Our story begins in 2014. Kenny Veach, a 47-year-old adventurer from Las Vegas, loved exploring the vast, unforgiving deserts of Nevada. He was a seasoned hiker, known for his daring solo trips into the wilderness. He wasn't a huge online celebrity, but he had a small, dedicated following on YouTube where he shared videos of his expeditions. People were drawn to his courage and his genuine passion for the great outdoors. One day, Kenny posted a comment on a YouTube video about something strange he had found during one of his hikes in the Mojave Desert, near Nellis Air Force Base. He described finding a cave, a very unusual one. He said its entrance was shaped like a perfect capital M. As he got closer, his whole body began to vibrate, a low, humming sensation that grew more intense the nearer he got to the cave mouth. He felt a deep, instinctual fear, a feeling so overwhelming that it forced him to back away and leave. Naturally, his comment section exploded. People were fascinated. Some were skeptical, calling it a hoax. Others were believers, speculating it could be anything from a secret military installation to an alien portal. The pressure mounted. Viewers challenged him, dared him to go back, to prove his story, to film the mysterious M cave. Kenny, perhaps feeling his credibility was on the line, accepted the challenge. He announced he would return to the desert to find the cave and document it for everyone. He promised to bring a 9mm pistol for protection and a camera to capture it all. His followers were ecstatic, eagerly awaiting the adventure. A short time later, Kenny uploaded a video titled M Cave Hike. The video documented his first attempt to relocate the cave. For nearly 40 minutes, he narrated his journey through the harsh desert landscape. He seemed confident, pointing out landmarks, but as the hours wore on, a sense of frustration crept into his voice. He couldn't find it. The mysterious, vibrating cave was nowhere to be seen. He ended the video, promising his viewers that he wouldn't give up. This failed attempt only added fuel to the fire. The skeptics grew louder, mocking him. His supporters encouraged him, telling him not to listen to the haters. The mystery of the M cave had taken on a life of its own, and Kenny was at the center of it all. He felt he had something to prove, not just to the online world, but perhaps to himself. On November 10, 2014, Kenny announced he was going out for one last try. He told his family he was heading back to the Mojave for a short, overnight trip to find the M cave once and for all. He packed his gear, grabbed his video camera, and set off alone. He told his family he'd be back the next day. He was never seen again. When Kenny didn't return as planned, his family grew worried. They contacted the authorities, and a massive search and rescue operation was launched. For days, helicopters scanned the rugged terrain from above, while dozens of volunteers on foot combed the canyons and crevices below. They were all looking for Kenny Veach, the hiker who had gone searching for a phantom cave. About a week into the search, they found something. His cell phone was discovered near an old, abandoned mine shaft. It was a chilling discovery, but it didn't provide any answers. Was this a clue, or just a random spot where it fell from his pocket? The mine shaft itself was searched extensively, but there was no sign of Kenny. There was no sign of a struggle, no sign of his backpack, his camera, or his pistol. Just the phone, lying silently in the dust. The search continued, but the vastness of the desert seemed to swallow any hope of finding him. Eventually, the official search was called off, but the online community, the very people who had spurred him on, refused to let the story die. This is where things get even stranger. Amateur sleuths and fellow adventurers started organizing their own search parties. They analyzed his M cave hike video frame by frame, trying to map his route and triangulate the possible location of the cave. They pored over satellite images of the area, looking for any anomaly that might resemble a capital M. One of the most persistent searchers was a man named Steve, who went by the YouTube handle, The End. He, along with other volunteers, made multiple trips into the same area where Kenny had disappeared. They documented their own searches, creating a trail of videos that followed in Kenny's footsteps. It was a community united by a mystery, determined to find answers. But the desert guards its secrets well. Despite their exhaustive efforts, no one ever found the cave. No one ever found any further trace of Kenny Veach. It was as if he had simply walked into the wilderness and vanished off the face of the earth. So, what happened to him? The theories are as vast and varied as the desert itself. The most straightforward explanation is that he simply succumbed to the elements. The Mojave is a brutal, unforgiving environment. He could have gotten lost, run out of water, fallen and injured himself, or stumbled upon a dangerous animal. It's a tragic but plausible scenario for any solo hiker. Finding his phone near a mine shaft could suggest he had an accident there. But without a body, it's just speculation. Then there's the theory that the entire cave story was a fabrication and his disappearance was staged. Some believe he wanted to escape his life for personal reasons and used the sensational story as a cover. He simply walked away and started a new life somewhere else. While possible, it seems like a very elaborate and public way to disappear, especially for a man who didn't seem to have any major troubles in his life. Of course, we have to talk about the more conspiratorial theories. The search area is near Nellis Air Force Base, which is famously connected to Area 51. Some believe the cave was a secret entrance to an underground government facility. In this version of the story, Kenny got too close, saw something he shouldn't have, and was silenced by the military. Did his vibrating sensation mean he was near some kind of advanced, hidden technology? And then, there is the most out there theory of all, that the cave was exactly what he thought it was, something unnatural, something not of this world. Believers in the paranormal suggest the cave was a portal, and when Kenny finally found it again, he stepped through it into another dimension or time. It's a wild idea, but in a case with so few facts, people's imaginations tend to fill in the blanks. One of the most poignant and haunting elements of this case is the role the internet played. Kenny's quest was fueled by online comments, a mix of encouragement and ridicule. In a way, he was performing for an audience. Did the pressure to deliver, to prove the doubters wrong, push him to take risks he otherwise wouldn't have? It's a sobering reminder of the strange and powerful influence of online communities. Kenny's own girlfriend later posted online, pleading for people to stop searching. She said Kenny was a proud man, and that the negative comments deeply affected him. She believed he had taken his own life, and the cave story was just a way to hide his despair. She said he'd refused to take his video camera with him on that final trip, which, if true, contradicts his promise to film the cave. Could the search for a mythical cave have been a metaphor for a deeper, more personal struggle? We may never know. Today, the story of Kenny Veach lives on as a modern legend, a digital ghost story. A man goes looking for a mystery and becomes one himself. His YouTube channel is still up. You can still watch his final video, see the landscape where he spent his last known hours, and read the thousands of comments from people still debating, still searching, still wondering. What do you think happened? Was he a victim of the harsh desert? A man who staged his own disappearance? A witness silenced by a secret organization? Or an adventurer who found a doorway to another world? The mystery of the cave and the man who went looking for it remains unsolved, a chilling tale of adventure, obsession, and the dark, unknown corners of our world and our screens. Thanks for watching. If you have any theories, drop them in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more mysteries. Stay safe out there.